Hello everybody, this is me, Mr. Malvado, and MFOD. We're going to let you know who we are. Well, not this whole time, because if we let you know who we are for reals, it's going to take forever. So we're just going to do a little segment of who the Architects of Madness are.
A bunch of experimental wackos started in one particular genre of music and just led into the stuff that we actually really loved. Not that we didn't love the hip hop stuff, but yeah, pretty much that. I mean, really kind of simple answer for that.
The Architects of Madness are a conglomerate of music, which we transformed from rap to rock, and we've been doing it for quite a while now, and our music is influenced by a lot of groups that we've listened to. We're talking about 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and we want to bring back an original sound that hasn't been here for quite a while now.
I was in middle school in the 80s, early 80s, and hearing Planet Rock for the first time. And I had no idea of even the Kraftwerk connection at that point. I learned that later, and that came through the same thing, because I learned that and I said, oh, that's cool. And everybody, and I seen the guy scratching and mixing records. I got records, I got a turntable, you know, and I got into doing mixing and DJing parties and stuff.
When I was 14, I was going through not a transitional period, because I wasn't going that way, but it was one of those periods where I was depressed and I didn't know what to do, because I was a kid that didn't get any attention from my family. But I need attention as in, hey, I'm important too, and which I never felt. So one day, turned on the radio KDAY, and I was like, hey, this is cool. It was like Sucker MCs,
yes,
by Run DMC, you know, yeah. 2 years ago, a friend of mine, and I was like, oh, hey, I can do that. And then that's when my journey started into doing music.
Well, my dad is the one that started me, because he listened to all kinds of stuff, and he showed me all kinds of artists, and the one that for the guitar would be Jimi Hendrix. When I seen him, I was like, that was the end, the beginning and the end all for me. But through him, I learned a lot more too, because people don't realize without T-Bone Walker, there would be no Chuck Berry, and there would be no Jimi Hendrix, and so on and so forth. There's other people that you get, the Robert Johnson deal and all that kind of stuff when it comes to blues. They're the originators of rock and roll. Yeah, you know. And he showed me all kinds of different music, because he had a very eclectic taste, and it rubbed off on me, and I'm glad for it, because this is what we're doing now if it wasn't for him. So, but there was always guitars around. I never got to own one, but as I got older, I bought my own. And then just all that hodgepodge of different types of styles of music, all that, I think that's what happens to every artist. They get all those influences, and it comes out, and some people can be shifted enough to see what's going on, you know, and some people just don't have a clue.
Yeah. We met through a mutual friend. We were supposed to do this talent show at a hip hop thing or whatever. We were the hip hop segment. That's what we started with, and then one day we were going to do it, and then my friend said, hey, I know this guy is a DJ, his name is DJ Capone, let's go over to his house, maybe you can meet him, maybe we can work on music together. And I was like, okay, cool. So we met. That's when I went Manny. I was like, what, 14, 15 years old? Yeah, something like that.
15, 16,
yeah.
Something like
and then we started recording some rap stuff.
Oh shit, I'ma drop a style, here I go. Hitting the dope rhyme with a different kind of flow. The flow gets funky.
Yeah, we did rap for, how many years do you think we did rap for? Like 4 or 5 years, yeah. And then all of a sudden, there was a tragic event in my life that happened. We'll fill you in on the details of that actually later. But because of that, I came back, and then it was like, I can't be a rapper anymore, because if I'm going to talk shit, I can't back it up, because I'm disabled. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. There's not too many disabled.
No, not at all.
Not that I can think.
My second album was called Positive Disabled, which was like crazy.
A little to enable, vision is clarified, positive disabled.
So you were the only one.
Yeah, pretty
You
yeah.
pin that genre.
But what's weird is that it was like I remember in some of the lyrics like was me dying or in a wheelchair.
Even if gravity puts me down, I'm in my fucking wheelchair and I still get clowned.
Yeah.
And it was like a Machiavelli
foreshadowing,
predicament
yeah,
shit, and it was kind of
foreshadowing.
weird.
It was very, very strange.
So that's what inspired me to go into that, and that's why I became the writer. My inspiration, it has always been what I've been through. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I did go into a 6-month coma. I was paralyzed completely for 3.5 years. So all these thoughts and processes of, oh, I'm going to die, oh, I'm not going to make it, everything was transcribed and put directly into my poems. And all these ideas, I got my parents to buy me a little recorder at a yard sale when they see one. And then I would have my mom press the buttons, have her step out, and I would dictate into the machine. And that's why I would come up with some of my lyrics. And it's just rambling like, oh my God, like feeling so sedated, think my mind's inflated, stuff like that. Nonsensical shit. And then later, when I actually could write, I pieced it all together and we created the very first song that we did. I think the very first song was called The Portrait of a Man in Scattered Dreams, wasn't it? Or Who Am I Supposed to Be at this time?
Sometimes I look at my life and don't see a purpose here. Build me a family and then watched it disappear. See myself as a worthless with no place to go. My body is leaving, my soul is confined, and my thoughts ain't clear anymore. Yet it seems as a dark cloud just won't go away. And everything out the window has been finished today. I can't enjoy my life, cause I'm condemned to a solitude. The pressure around me is just so thick that happiness ain't the mood. I'm not happy anymore. I feel I'm crawling my way through life while the world walks away. Paralyzed body and paralyzed soul with nothing to do to say. Should I have died? Tell me what you see. The portrait of a man in a scattered dream. Should I have died? Tell me what you see. The portrait of a man in a scattered dream. Should I have died? Tell me what you see. The portrait of
The only thing that I've wrote a few, but I don't write he's the bulk writer and the more bigger inspiration. The only thing I inspire is the soundtrack to his madness, and that's all it is. The best compliment I ever got from somebody was that the music sounded like something from a horror movie.
And that made me say, hey, you know what? Let's do more horror movie music.
Yeah, I mean, basically that's what life is. There's a lot of horrors in it. There's nothing is. We don't sugarcoat anything because that we also come from a background of a family thing is just like you can't be a pansy about things. You gotta pull yourself up and otherwise they walk all over you kind of things, and then sometimes worse than that. And that's all it is, and you make light of it. That's the whole thing about it.
And what made me transition from rap to rock was I Am the Walrus by the Beatles. I was in the desert. We were going to Arizona. My grandmother was sick, and then you see the dark desert sky, and in the desert you pass by on the moon, and then you have this weird music playing in the intro, and it's like, whoa, totally blown my mind. Why don't we do something like that? Why don't we do something creative? And then he let me hear Frank Zappa's Freak Out, and Help, I'm a Rock, and the other song, what's the other? Who Are the Brain Police? Is like, ooh, we need to do something like that, Creative, psychedelic, but original. And that's what helped out with the transition from rap to rock. And for many years, I stopped writing. But then all of a sudden, I'm like, you know what, we got to do this again. And that's why we brought up everything. And that's why we're exposing it. And that's why we're letting you as a public hear it. Because I know, like it or not. Yeah, I know we're good. I know we don't fucking suck. We know that for a fact. But now it's time for you to listen to it. And again, like my friend said here, MFOD, maybe it's not for this generation. Or maybe it is. But either which way, we got to finally let you guys know what Unstable Minds is all about. And that is there for you because this is the experience that we went through. And if you can relate to it, cool. And if you can't, just go with it because this is creativity. This is original music, original stories from two original people.
No, but the unstable minds is actually what it says. It's not well, it is a scary thing, but it's coping with and being unstable at the same time. Like I say, he's the one that writes most of it, and I just put the soundtrack to it. But I mean, we're on the same page. I say it generally almost all the time. But yeah, I mean, the title speaks for itself. If you knew us better, you would probably figure it out a lot easier.
Let me tell you something. It's not like if we're fucking crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not. That has nothing. We're crazy in the creative aspect of it versus, oh my God, these motherfuckers need medication. No.
You throw caution to the wind.
And FYI, just to let you know, this is something personal right here. I was doing therapy, and they kicked me out because they said I have anger management. So what do? I just put this shit down on a piece of paper, and that's where the music goes, on a piece of paper, and then it gets transcribed into music and creativity, and it's kind of like the kid with autism. Negative, negative, negative. But if you redirect all your negative energy into something positive,
right.
Architects of Madness and Unstable Mind is what you get. So yeah, check it out. It's available on all streaming platforms, which is YouTube, Amazon Music, Deezer, and all these other, Spotify and all that. Yeah, so check it out. Check out the album. Please, when you have a chance, if you want to, not that you care whether you don't, send in some questions. We'll answer them for you. And we'll try not to smile. Don't make them stupid. I mean, if you do, you know.
Yeah, act your age, not your shoe size.
Yeah, pretty much that's what it says. Yeah. But yeah, enjoy the album, and we'll be here for you. This is video 1 of God knows a million. So definitely,
Coming.
Yeah,
like I said, whether you like it
we'll
or not.
put it together for you, and
you can change the channel.
yeah, exactly.
Nobody's forcing.
And also, if you want to hear all Architects of Madness, we have 5 singles out, which is going to be samples of all the albums that are going to be coming out soon. And at the same time, we're working on another album, which is inspired by even more music. So we'll be putting that together soon. Also, go to SoundCloud. SoundCloud has the album that's going to be released 3 albums from now as a preview on SoundCloud, which is called This Is Nothing. So yeah, definitely look it up. Our YouTube, our Facebook, Manny's Lab, and enjoy the music first of all. Thank you for paying attention. And thank you for those that stayed here after the 20 minutes. Because I know we lost half of you after the 3 minutes. Yeah, right. We know you damn algorithms. But yeah, definitely enjoy the music, and we hope you like what you're doing. And if not, well, I'd like to see you do better, fuckface. You too, goddammit. The end.
I don't seem to believe in me. I try to be a different person, which the world now sees. Maybe I am beyond confused. And could it be that I'm really to lose? Since the time I ain't so free, pictures gon' lie about the face that I see. So what attitude do I take? What's there to live for when the whole world is fake? The morning after, and I'm still here, just wondering how long my emotions disappear. And maybe it's just me who ain't got the time to agree. You ask me why do I think so negative? Cause you ain't lived my life through the things that I did. Don't call it karma, but I call it bad luck. Cause somewhere in this record positive shit comes up. What's there to follow? What's there attitude? Put yourself in my shoes. What the fuck would you do? Morning after, and I'm still
just me who ain't got the time to agree. The road is long as I put myself away. Nobody can see my tears, that's why I wear my shades. Shallow friends are a path to my dismay. I'm counting the days until depression will put me away. I lock the door to the key don't come across. My ways will yearn for my ways, but my memory will be lost. Morning after, and I'm still here, just wondering how long my emotions disappear. And maybe it's just me who ain't got the time to agree. It's just me. No time to agree. Morning after, and I'm still here, just wondering how long my emotions disappear. And maybe it's just me who ain't got the time to agree. My family was the same with the guitar. Everybody came over, oh yeah, hey, let's get drunk. And then they would listen to freaking Ramon Ayala. They'd be like strumming the guitar. I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, hey, can I buy? No, you can't. Don't touch it. You touch it, I'm gonna fuck you up. It's like, okay. So some of the songs are well thought out. Some of the songs, he just grabs a guitar, plays it, and then we improvise. And next thing you know, we have Stalker Blues, or The Morning After, or the hip hop chicks go yo yo yo. But that's a different story. We'll talk about that one later.